Hello my beautiful darlings, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having an amazing day today. Today we're going to talk about how to handle men who test your boundaries. And I'm going to explain to you the game that men play to get what they want. I talk constantly about having boundaries as a high value lady. And it requires to have a certain level of self-awareness, confidence, and some strategic communication. It is essential, ladies, that you identify when men are testing you and how to respond to that. When men are testing your boundaries, maybe he's testing you consciously or unconsciously. So if you want to know more, keep on watching. But first, just wanted to let you know that if you want to see more of my content, I talk about fashion, femininity, old Hollywood glamour, seduction, dating, and anything to make you become a highly feminine lady and to upgrade your confidence. Feel free to join the channel. The link is down below, and also follow me on my Instagram and on TikTok. And if you want to join the Femme Fatale Siren course, the link is down below. This course will help you to truly transform yourself into a high value woman, to bring this high value energy, to bring this feminine energy back to life into your relationship or into your dating. You will upgrade your mindset, your physical appearance. Your confidence will be on the roof. Like, you will be on top of your game after this course. Feel free to join the course. The link is down below. Now let's talk about men testing your boundaries. You need to first identify when they're testing your boundaries, because some men test your boundaries to see how much they can get away with. For example, number one sign that he's testing you is he ignores when you say no and dismiss your discomfort. So he doesn't care if you say no, and he keeps insisting. He keeps pushing after you said no. Maybe it's about physical intimacy. Maybe it's about your opinion. Maybe it's about whenever you're going to see each other next and you're not available, and he keeps insisting. He is testing how firm you are with your boundaries, and he's testing how firm you are with your opinions. Maybe you have a different opinion than him and he's not happy about it. He wants to convince you to think like him. Maybe your opinion is, I don't want to live with someone until I'm married. Actually, that's my opinion. At least until you engage. And maybe he doesn't agree with that and he wants to convince you. No, I'm firm on my boundaries. I don't change my mind like that. Maybe you want to wait a little bit for intimacy and he's trying to convince you. He's trying to pressure you. No. Ladies, you don't negotiate on that, especially that. You need to wait for intimacy. You need to see if he is, and actually if he is insisting and if he is trying to push you to do intimacy sooner, this is a red flag. Another sign is he's pressuring you into doing things you're not comfortable with. Whether it's drinking more than you would want, or staying out later than you planned, for example, discussing out topics that you're not ready for. For example, when they discuss about sex and intimacy very soon, no, this is uncomfortable. This is not, like, he's testing you right now. I don't want to discuss about that. This is not appropriate, especially in the beginning of a relationship. Like when they push you to drink, ladies, also, this is a big red flag. Personally, I don't drink. And already when I encounter people, even friends that are trying to push me to drink, there are ladies, there are friends that are trying to push me to drink. I don't like it. These are people that don't respect your boundaries, and you should be very aware of them. And especially a man doing that is a big red flag, because that means that he wants to take advantage of you when you are drinking. It's going to be easier for him to get what he wants. Pay attention to his disregard for your comfort zone. Is he a gentleman and he respects your comfort zone? Is he a gentleman and he respects that you don't want to talk about certain subject? Already a gentleman wouldn't talk about inappropriate things very early on. A gentleman will also respect you saying no. Another sign, obviously, is pushing for physical intimacy very soon. This is something that is the biggest red flag, and a lot of men do that, ladies, so you have to be very aware of it. If he constantly initiates touching, if he's very touchy on the first date, on the second date, and you're not comfortable, if he kisses you and you're not comfortable, and especially after you clearly stated that you needed time, like he's just seeing how fast he can be in terms of getting what he wants, how fast he can be into making this connection seem like bigger than it is, because maybe he's not ready for something serious and he wants something really casual, but he is not going to tell you that, of course. He's just going to accelerate the relationship, accelerate everything to get what he wants quicker. Also, for example, he disrespects your time and effort if he consistently cancels last minute, for example, arrive late without remorse, without caring about you, or expect you to always adjust to his schedule, for example. He's testing you as well, because he's testing if you can tolerate being a low priority, because in that case you're really not a priority for him. He doesn't really care and he is just nonchalant like that, and he's testing to see how far he can go with you. Maybe also another sign is he's making inappropriate jokes or comments. Some men use teasing or nagging or even backhanded compliments to see if you will tolerate disrespect disguised as humor. Oh my god, ladies, this is a big thing. A lot of men are doing this. And I know growing up in France, especially French men are doing that a lot. I don't know why. But everywhere in the world you can encounter those kinds of men that are trying to nag you, that are trying to give you backhanded compliments. You have a lot of men like this, ladies. They're trying to test if they can disrespect you. So first they're gonna test it through humor. Of course, they're not gonna disrespect you directly. A lot of narcissists do that. A lot of men that are very manipulative, they do that as well. And then they'll say, I'm joking. Even though it's a joke, you will feel like, no, that's not funny. And then he can say, no, you're too sensitive, just relax, it's a joke, you don't have a sense of humor. And also another sign is he guilt trip you or manipulate you. If he says things like, if you would really like me, you would do this, you would do that, you would think like this, why are you being so difficult? Same if you are feeling offended by his jokes, like, why don't you have a sense of humor? He's trying to wear down your defense in that case. Now ladies, are you tired of situationships? Are you tired of this modern dating? This modern dating is all over the place. This is ridiculous. Ladies, are you tired of wasting your time on men who won't step up? Tired of situationships, mixed signals, and men who just don't meet your standards?
I've been dating since I was 15. I'm exhausted. Where is he?
So ladies, if you're ready to attract a real high value man, a real provider man who cherishes you, protects you, invests in you, it's time to get strategic about dating. That is why I created my new ebook, which is Vetting and Attracting a High Value Man. It's like the dating blueprint for high value women. It is the ultimate guide to finding, testing, and securing a high value man, and to really vet men, to not waste your time. I will explain to you vetting questions that you need to ask to see if he is a high value man, what are his intentions, if he's a provider, the right kind of questions, and not the questions that you would think. There are some questions that are really more subtle and you will really get the real answer from it. The kinds of things you should say, you should not say. I give you also answers in terms of situations. If there's a certain situation and you need to react, how do you react to that situation? How do you present yourself on date? How do you dress for date? How do you behave on dates? How do you vet men even before the dates? So how do you select them on dating apps in real life? How do you vet them? How do you meet them? I bring down all of the exact steps that you need to vet men properly and to attract a high value man and a quality man especially. I'm talking about the red flags that you need to spot immediately in case he's not a high value man. The mental shift that you need to have before going on a date and how to feel like a prize before going on a date. There's no more confusion, no more settling. You will have a clear guide, very detailed, so it's a very premium ebook. And at the end, I also give you a little journal where you can write all of your vetting questions and the impressions that you had on certain dates. It is very detailed, very organized. If you're truly serious about attracting the right partner and dating as a high value woman and attracting the relationship that you deserve, it's like the perfect guide for you to arrive like a true queen on all of your dates. So if you want to get the ebook Vetting and Attracting a High Value Man, the link is down below. The game that some men play, ladies. A lot of men are interested in casual relationship, but they will never say it because they know that most women want a serious relationship, and they know that if they say that they're looking for a casual relationship, that you will leave. So, of course, they're not going to say that. Instead, they play mind games. They play with you.
Really? Because I could swear you fell straight out of heaven, angel. Give him your number. What? Give him your number. What?
And recognizing these tactics early on will really help you vet properly the men. Like my ebook about vetting men will really help you also, like all the red flags and all the different kind of situation. But in this case, I want to talk about the F-boy, the men that are only there for casual. Because ladies, there are different kind of F-boy and different kind of tactic they use. One of the most famous one is the love bombing manipulator. This man comes strong. He overwhelms you with affection, with gifts, with promises, with future faking. Grand gesture in a short amount of time. So big bouquet of flowers, super lavish gifts. You can even go on a trip. He can even introduce you to his family. His goal is to create an immense emotional connection, an emotional bond very quickly, so that he can bypass all the boundaries and all the limits that you would have put to yourself and to him to get what he wants very quickly. And most of the time, if you make him wait, he won't wait for that long, okay? Because they have a goal in mind. If you stay strong on your boundaries and you're like, no, I'm not sleeping with you, no, I'm not doing that, no, I'm not being intimate immediately, he will not be that patient. Some are patient, but most of the time they want something quite quick. They think in their head, I'll make her feel special, I'll be able to maybe sleep with her in the 3rd or 4th date. She'll trust me enough to let her guard down quickly. So they call you constantly, constant communication, grand promises, future faking, we could be together, we could travel, I've never felt this way before. Even though he said that to everyone. Intense emotional connection to the point of you feeling like it's way too fast, and you have an intuition and you feel like this is weird. And you would feel that's weird because you feel like you don't know me. How do you know? Like, okay, I'm incredible, but how do you know that? Like, you don't know me, you have no idea. This is going too fast, you know? So you have to listen to your intuition in that case. How do you feel? Do you feel like his declaration makes sense with the pace that it's going? Or do you feel like it's way too fast and it doesn't make any sense? You have also another type of F-boy, which are more distant and nonchalant. That makes me think a little bit of Mr. Big in Sex and the City.
How many women are you dating?
In the tri-state area?
Well, let's see. There's me, Julia. Oh, and let's not forget International Melissa.
I'm not doing this here.
Unlike the love bomber, this one is less aggressive. He is less about making a grandiose impression, but he still plays game to have you and to make you feel attached to him. So let's call him the distant F-boy. He creates just enough chemistry and connection while you see each other, but then when you don't see each other, there's almost no communication. So he doesn't call you, he doesn't text you, or very little. He remains distant and maintain his freedom, you know? And you can feel that something is wrong because you can feel like, okay, we had such an incredible connection when we were seeing each other on dates, but then when we don't see each other, he doesn't communicate at all. Well, that's a very bad sign, ladies, because when a man is interested, and a true high value man, when he's after you, a quality man, when he wants to have you, when he wants to be with you, he will communicate every day with you. Every day, like he wants to hear your voice, he's smitten, he's, oh my God, she's so incredible. Like, and there's no games and distance and whatever, and I'm busy. Like, everyone is busy, but it's about the priorities. What are his priorities? Like, for example, there's a long gap between dates, days or weeks with no contact. That's really a big red flag. Flaky, inconsistent communication. You feel like you're the only one investing in the connection. Like, he keeps you around as an option for now. He keeps you around because he's talking to other women and he's not really serious. So he doesn't really want to invest himself into one person. A bit lost and a bit immature, you know, and he doesn't know what he wants. So it's not about you not being good and not being high value and not being this incredible woman that you are. It's about him. He's stupid, you know? Men, when they're not ready, ladies, you can put the most incredible woman, you can put Angelina Jolie and Marilyn Monroe in front of them and they will still not want to be with her. Because if they're not ready, they're not ready. So to be able to navigate those kind of F-boy, you need to move slower than they want. Men who are after short-term pleasure, they will try to be very quick. And what you do in return, you go even slower. So he's like a rabbit and you're the turtle. You go super slow. They won't have the patience to invest long-term. Take multiple months before getting physically involved. Avoid rushing any emotional or physical intimacy. Let them prove themselves through consistent action. It should be a fireplace and not fireworks. Fireworks, they appear quickly and they go boom, 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 very impressive, but then they disappear, okay? Fireplace, it takes a long time to come, but once it's there, it's there. You can count on it, right? So it's the same with the men. It needs to be in an appropriate pace, but also on a consistent time for a long period of time. When I say wait for physical intimacy, some women would say, oh, but it doesn't matter how long you wait, because even if you sleep on the first date or 5 months later, it doesn't matter, because if a man doesn't like you, he doesn't like you. And that is completely false, first of all. And even a healthy, high quality man, a high value man, if you sleep with him too soon, he will see that as a red flag. Okay, he will see that as like, okay, she's doing that with everybody. She doesn't have much requirement. So he will see that as a red flag. It's not screaming wife material when you do that. So all of those men that are testing you, that are testing your boundaries, no matter what it is, even if it's in the beginning, even if it's during a relationship, you need to set boundaries early and clearly. So that means that you already know what are your boundaries. So you know what you tolerate, what you don't tolerate from a man. I don't tolerate that a man is joking and hiding disrespect behind jokes. I don't tolerate that. If he does that, I won't talk to him again. You use an assertive language. So even though I'm saying to you that you have to be feminine and soft-spoken, when it comes to boundaries, you have to be serious about it, because men only respect when you are absolutely sure about your boundaries. If you're washy-washy and you're not sure about your boundaries, it's like you don't have one. You don't need to be defensive. Don't be defensive about your boundaries. It's just, that's how it is, and that's it. That's the dark feminine, by the way. The dark feminine is firm about her boundaries. Instead of saying, for example, oh, I don't like to stay out late because I get tired, and then da-da-da-da-da. You just say, I don't stay out past 11 p.m. Point. That's it. No explanation, no justification. Like, don't try to explain it to him so that he agrees with you. If he's trying to rush you for intimacy and you're not ready, instead of saying, I'm not ready for that yet, I hope you understand, you know, just say, I like to take my time to get to know someone before intimacy. Polite but firm. It's like, it's the dark feminine. She's unbothered, the femme fatale. When you think about those femme fatale, how do they talk? They're never aggressive. They're always like, no, that's not what I like. It's quite firm, but it's unbothered in her confidence. That's it. You know, it's quite soft-spoken while being firm. It's a very beautiful power that she has. It's like, be direct, but warm. It's like, be firm, but at the same time soft. It's a very fine line of just saying your boundary in a way that's not aggressive, that's not like, who do you think I am? I'm a high value woman. How dare you think that I would sleep with you? Like, don't do that. Like, don't get angry. Don't get all defensive. No, just simply say no. If he asks you for something you're uncomfortable, you can just say, no, that's not something I do. I don't tolerate that type of behavior. Then you need to follow through with consequences. For example, if he keeps canceling your dates, you don't plan dates with him anymore. If he values your time, he will fix his behavior. Otherwise, bye. If he pressures you into intimacy, stop engaging with him, because a real gentleman doesn't need to be reminded more than once that you are not ready and that he needs to take his time. If you need to remind him more than once, that means that he is disrespectful and he is a red flag. If he makes inappropriate jokes, call it out once. If it happens again, distance yourself. Body language. I have a body language masterclass, but body language can really signal, I am high value and I need to be respected, just like that, without saying anything. Maintaining eye contact, for example, it signals confidence. Speak with a calm, steady tone. Your tone of voice also means that you're serious about your boundary, that you're not joking about it. Like, no, I don't want that. Instead of, oh no, maybe, no, maybe, and no, all of that, you know? You're still like polite, but you're not unsure. It's like absolutely sure. You know what I mean? You're absolutely sure about your boundary. Also, don't smile when rejecting bad behavior. That's a mistake I used to do. So smiling when you say no send mixed signals. For example, oh no. It's like he doesn't understand what that means. It means maybe yes. Like some women, sometimes we like to play around with, we like to joke and be playful and tease. So he doesn't understand. If you say no with a smile, he will not understand. You need to say no. Don't get emotional, stay calm and unbothered. This is truly important when you want to affirm your boundaries. Some men enjoy making women emotional to see what they can get away with. They enjoy creating drama for some reason. If he says, why are you making a big deal out of this? Just say, because I value myself and I take myself seriously. If he tries to argue, respond like this: I am not explaining myself again. Then change the subject and walk away. Don't let anyone get you out of your emotional state. Be willing to walk away, ladies. A high-value woman knows when to exit a situation that is not serving her. If a man repeatedly disrespects your boundaries, he is showing his true character. If he always flirts with other women in front of you, walk away. If he constantly invalidates your feelings, walk away. If he refuses to respect your time, walk away. Walking away is not a weakness, it is power, ladies. This is the true power of the femme fatale. She can walk away. She is able to value herself so much that she doesn't need to keep people in her life to feel validated. And in that case, the right men will respect you and the wrong men will lose access to you. This is a privilege to have access to me. This is a privilege to talk to me. So why would I give this privilege to anybody? Why would I give this privilege to someone who doesn't respect my boundaries? To a man that's looking at other women or making me feel like I have to compete to be with him? Like those kinds of men, also be aware of them, ladies, that are saying like how every woman wants them and they're trying to make you compete to be with them because they think they are the prize. Walk away, walk away, walk away. Reward respect, not just charm. Some men know how to be charming, but charm without respect is worthless. Instead of falling for gifts or some words, observe how he reacts when you put on a boundary. Does he respect it immediately? Then it's a good sign. Does he push back and guilt trip you? Then that's a red flag. Does he act distant and cold when you don't comply? Then that's another red flag. The real test of a man's character is how he responds when he doesn't get his way. A man who truly values you will respect your boundaries without any resentment. Boundaries filter out the wrong men. Men who test boundaries are testing your confidence as well, so stay firm about it. They're testing to see if you are a prize, if you are a high-value woman. The right man will never make you feel bad for having boundaries, remember that. So if you have to keep explaining that you deserve respect, he's not the one. For all of that, like way deeper into this subject on how to correctly vet men, you can take my beautiful new ebook. The link is down below. It will really make you have a roadmap on the red flags, the things that you need to say, the things that you need to do. It's like everything in terms of dating. You need to stay firm on your ground and you need some help for that. I'm here for you, my darlings. Thank you so much for watching, my beautiful darlings. I hope you liked it and I hope it was really helpful for you. Let me know in the comments what you think and also follow me on my Instagram and on TikTok and subscribe down below. For even deeper transformation, take my Femme Fatale Siren course. And until next time, I'm giving you a lot of beautiful kisses and take care of you. Mwah.